Hi, everyone, and good Wednesday evening. KNWA and Fox 24 Chief Meteorologist Dan Skoff in the Weather Center. Here it comes, folks. A winter storm moving our way for Thursday and Friday. I wanted to get this update out a lot earlier, but we had some internet connectivity issues, and so had to wait until news time was over. And in the middle of my break, in between the 6 and 9 o'clock show, looking at the latest data, here's a very detailed and probably the last winter storm outlook before the storm moves in. Let's begin, first of all, with the temperatures. Yeah, it's very dark. It's very ominous outside, and that's that shallow layer of cold air that is racing through northwest Arkansas. It slowed down a little bit throughout the afternoon, but the cold air continues to plunge in, and boy, is it getting cold. Upper 30s right now. Earlier this afternoon, we were in the lower 60s. Look at these temperatures across northwest Arkansas already at 36 degrees. Let me tell you, this is way colder than the computer models have predicted. We went for mid-30s by about 10 o'clock tonight, and that might not be cold enough. Still 39 in Fayetteville, though. We have 40 degrees in Strickler and West Fork for some of the local temperatures, 37 in Centerton, 36 in Gravette, and temperatures in the upper 30s in Elm Springs and Taneytown. In western Carroll County, where the cold air hasn't quite filtered in through the riverbeds and as well as the low-lying areas, 41 in Bush, 42 in Holiday Island, and finally we work our way a little farther east and it's 45 in Harrison. Temperatures are going to drop off all across the area because we have a stout northwest wind. You factor in that wind with the current temperature and it feels more like the upper 20s. I know you can feel that cold air building in, and let me tell you, this cold air is here for a while. It's probably one of the longest cold snaps that I've seen in a long time across northwest Arkansas, what we call the Siberian Express. All right, here we go, the breakdown. Now, this is just one computer model forecast, but here is my thinking for the start of the precipitation tomorrow. It's going to be tomorrow late morning that all of this gets underway. Temperature-wise, look at the future track showing lower 40s in Bentonville and Fayetteville, but that's not cold enough. As you saw, the current temperatures are already in the upper 30s. So as we tick away the time, a little bit of freezing drizzle takes place at 7 o'clock in the morning. That's going to be the start of the precipitation. As we work our way, though, into the next couple of hours after the morning commute, that's when things rapidly go downhill. All that pink that you see, as we've talked about the last several days, is freezing rain and sleet. It's a mixture of freezing rain and sleet. If you want to know where that freezing rain is going to be, looks like it's going to be focused across southern sections of northwest Arkansas at the moment. I would not be concerned with icing in Benton County as well as Carroll County, even Boone County for that matter, but southern Madison, southeastern and southern Washington County, Crawford County, of course, which is under an ice storm warning, also Franklin County, Sebastian County under that ice storm warning as well, and you've already seen the winter storm warnings and the ice storm warnings in the River Valley. So we move throughout the day, and the sleet line is going to drift farther south. So we're looking at mainly sleet and snow in Benton County. And I drew that circle a little bit too much, but we're looking for mainly sleet and snow in Benton County, northern Adair County, southern Delaware County, with a mostly all snow in areas near Grove and southwest Missouri. And the reason for that, as we've talked about over the last several days, is the cold air is a little bit deeper near the surface. So that allows that raindrop to totally refreeze instead of freezing on contact, causing a layer or a coating of ice. So as we show you with the future track at 6 o'clock in the evening, precipitation winds down. This is tomorrow evening. Now, it's not the end of the system. One thing that's a little bit different, the computer models continue to show heavy freezing rain in the River Valley overnight Thursday and into early Friday, and because of that, an ice storm warning has been issued. But notice how the temperatures really drop off thanks to that lack of precipitation overnight Thursday into Friday. That allows for a sleet and snow mixture, mainly all snow throughout Friday late morning into the afternoon, and we are talking about significant accumulations. Now, something else that's different with the latest computer models is the cutoff line to where there is no snow, which is right here, is very quick to where there is snow. So we're looking at more snow, obviously south and southeast of that line. So it's going to be a very quick cutoff from northwest to southeast, and the computer models are picking up on this. So the first round is going to bring snow across Delaware County as well as southwest Missouri, McDonald, and Berry County. However, on Friday, that shift is going to be a little bit farther south. Then we'll continue to get freezing rain in the southern sections of the Ouachitas, but it's going to be mainly a snow event in the river valley. And finally, all of this mess moves out by Friday early afternoon. That is a long enough time to give significant travel problems as well as heavy accumulations for ice and snow. So this is the future track. And notice it talks about 1/10 of an inch in Fayetteville. We tick away the time here. A little bit more ice starts piling up, and that's why I'm a little concerned with South Washington County and South Madison County, as well as areas in the River Valley. We tick away the time even more, and you can see Southern Madison County, Pettigrew, St. Paul. You could be in for some significant ice accumulation, well over a ½ inch, and causing some sporadic power outages. And also Leflore County. Leflore County appears to be a bullseye, especially Octavia and Worcester and Poto and Panama. You could be under obviously significant ice accumulation by Thursday night after this system moves out. Benton County, not a whole lot. Grove, that's because it's a sleet-snow mixture, so power outage is not as likely, but sleet will still cause many problems on the roads, making them very slick and hazardous. Then the ice storm really cranks up in areas in northeastern Arkansas, central Arkansas, just a little bit north of Little Rock, but the trends then take it a little bit farther south. Now here's my thinking about this computer model, and a lot of them are shifting the ice a little bit farther south, which I do agree with. But to shift it all the way into the River Valley, I'm a little hesitant, a little skeptical, because computer models often underestimate the strength of the warm air advection, meaning how warm that warm tongue is about 3,000 to 8,000 feet above the ground. And then notice the ice gets cranking up in the Ouachitas and continues on an east-northeastern trend into northeast Oklahoma. What about snow accumulations? I definitely think this is for real. We're looking at snowfall starting to come down at about 2.5 inches in Rogers by Thursday evening. We'll continue to pile it up a little bit more, 3.72. Again, this is just a computer model, but I think this is pretty much right on. We're looking at heavy snow accumulations in Benton County for the first round, which is Thursday. On Friday, we get a second round. That's going to be trending a little bit farther south, so Fayetteville, Madison County, southern Carroll County, as well as Boone and Newton County, picking up on snow accumulations. I don't agree with this, however. I think this is showing that precipitation is snow, and really it's going to be mainly ice, and on Friday afternoon starting to change over. But again, that warm air advection will be underestimated. So there's your snow totals, about 4.5 inches. So here's what I expect. Notice I still have a little bit of a 1/4 inch of ice in southern Washington County as well as southern Madison County, as much as 1 inch of ice in local spots. That does include the entire ice storm warning area that the Weather Service has issued. I definitely agree with that. You can see the snow totals as well in northwest Arkansas, 1 to 3 inches. Could be a lot more. I'm not really focused on north central and northeast Oklahoma, but I do believe that there will be travel problems there. There's going to be a lot of sleet and snow in Benton County. And finally, this is the snow accumulation map. Boy, these are so hard to make, let me tell you. But and I know you're seeing a lot on the computer model showing 8, 10, 12 inches of snow. But what they don't account for is compacting as well as some melting. And not only that, but computer models take the amount of precipitation that's over the area and they convert it to a snow, which is a 10-to-1 ratio. Usually 10 inches of snow equals 1 inch of liquid water equivalent. However, because it's going to be snowing at around 15, 20 degrees, we're going to have more of like a 13 or 14 to 1 ratio, meaning 1 inch of liquid water would equal about 14 inches of snow. So that is what I'm thinking. There will be a swath in Washington County as well as Madison County of well over 4 inches. But Benton County not picking up as much because the second round, as it moves in, will be trending a little farther south. So here's your timing. Sleet's going to occur overlapping with ice and the snow, and you can also see that secondary wave and the break in the precip in the midnight hour Friday morning into Friday early afternoon. So this is about to run out of time. That is a complete look at your updated webcast and my thinking, exactly what we'll see. This will be a high impact event. I'll be back with more on the news tonight at 10 o'clock. Of course, Clint in the morning, and not only that, we'll be updating you throughout the night and the morning tomorrow. So keep it here, and we will keep you advised with your Northwest Arkansas Weather Authority.